Imagine being angry and bitter that someone else's marriage made it. I don't understand this energy. Don't get me wrong. I knew when I was going to start talking about this kind of shit, me leaving my husband, caught feelings for another dude, like we're talking infidelity. We're talking biblically speaking, my husband had every fucking right to walk away. And I begged him to at one point. Why are you putting up with this? Grow some balls. Man up. Put me in my place. Like, why would you even want to stay with me? That was the guilt and the shame and the condemnation talking, because I felt like I'm not even worthy of this man at this point. Why is he still loving me? Why is he still forgiving me? Why is he still extending this unconditional love when I don't deserve it? None of us deserve it. Let's just be real. So I understand it's like a hard conversation for a lot of people to swallow, but imagine being bitter and upset that a marriage was reconciled. Imagine being bitter and angry that God actually moved in it. Imagine being bitter and angry that a spouse actually possess the ability to forgive and extend unconditional love, which is what we also desperately crave and desire in a marriage anyway. If you went through it and you left your marriage because you just couldn't forgive, because you just couldn't do it, that's fine. Biblically speaking, you were okay to do that, but God ultimately wants reconciliation. If two are willing to stay and put in the work to move forward, God wants that too. I understand it's a lie, especially if it's something that someone has been through. It is a lot of projection in the comment section, I realize that, but I can't imagine being angry that someone else's marriage was not destroyed. Like they had the capacity to pick everything up and start again. A family wasn't broken up. Two kids weren't left wondering why mama and daddy divorced. Like, I don't understand being angry about that unless it was done to you and you still haven't healed because you're so angry, which is normal. But seeing a marriage actually make it through something that most marriages don't, and that's not to be judgy, it's just the fucking truth. It's the truth. I don't even know if the tables were turned how I would handle all of this. Like, I look at my husband like an actual fucking saint. In the middle of all this, I remember crying and looking him in his eye and saying, like, why won't you just let me go? Like, you love me like Jesus loved me, and I don't get that. And he looked me dead in my eye and he said, because that's what I'm supposed to do. And that was hard for me to accept, knowing that I had done nothing to deserve the grace, nothing to deserve the forgiveness, nothing to deserve that unconditional love. Insert relationship with God. Because marriage wasn't made to make you happy, it was made to make you holy. Marriage is supposed to be a direct reflection of a relationship with Jesus, where you don't deserve any of the grace and the forgiveness and the unconditional love that he extends to you, but he does it anyway. I literally feel like I'm married to Christ, because it doesn't make sense to me that my husband has the ability to do that. There's been so many comments of people saying, you know, just be patient with him and just answer all his questions, and just like all these questions and these statements like to help me be patient with my husband as we navigate this, that I felt like maybe something was wrong, because I wasn't getting that energy from him at all. Even went back to him and was like, is everything good? Like, are you sure? Because the way that people are commenting, because they've been through it or it's been done, like they just are talking in a way where I feel like you're supposed to be having a different kind of response, but it really feels like you have just genuinely forgiven me. And he's like, well, it's because I have. Like, I don't, there's literally nothing else to talk about. Like, I love you. I want to move forward in our marriage. Why would we keep rehashing? So I don't know. I'm not getting that same experience with him. And even was like, if there's anything we need to talk about, let me know. Like, if I need to keep talking about it with you every day, I can. But is that really forgiveness? Is that really unconditional love? Is that really forgiving someone and moving forward if you're bringing it up every day? Probably not, which is why most marriages can't do this. And that's not to say that, again, there's anything wrong. I get it. I think I would have a very hard time just letting it go. But for whatever reason, my husband possesses this heart like Christ, and he is able to do that. And I just don't fucking know why people are mad. Like, it's projection. It has to be projection, and I hate that. Because if you experienced what I've essentially put my husband through, I'm sorry. And you didn't deserve it. Nobody deserves it. But if a marriage wants reconciliation, God is going to move in it, and that's what he did with us. And I'm not going to apologize for the fact that my husband forgave me. That's crazy.